What's going on, guys? This is Evan the Xenogears Enthusiast. I'm bringing you a gameplay commentary with a pretty slow gameplay, a little lackluster, just because I was going to talk about my new Prestige, and that's pretty much it, so I'm not too concerned about the score, so, you know, nothing too exciting. Jumping right into the actual topic here. I am back to playing Black Ops, as all of you know, and I am going to start prestiging again and that old thing. I'm going to talk about how I try to prestige quickly. I probably don't have the quickest way in the world, but I'm going to share with you how I do it, and some of the things I'm going to be doing is, you know, to keep the game interesting for me. First off, when I start a new prestige, the first thing I always do is buy Warlord. Well, I save up money until I can afford Warlord and 2 attachments, buying contracts, and you know, always take the easy contracts early on to ensure you get some quick cash, because things get exponentially better as you get some early cash. Before you can even create a class, I like running around with the MP5K. For those of you who don't know, it's usually better just not to bother scoping with it and just run around with the steady aim and pick up kills that way. You know, try to shoot for between 10 and 20 kills a game, upwards of at least 15. That way you can rack in the dough a little bit. So yeah, in order of priority, I always start with Warlord and then 2 attachments on my assault rifle. I always stick with 1 weapon class throughout the entire prestige. That way I get more experience from challenges and stuff. I typically play mostly team deathmatch now. I'm a little bored with domination, and Search and Destroy is a little too effort intensive for my usual mood. You can really use any 2 attachments you want. This prestige I'm going to go with dual mag and reflex. I think the best option is probably reflex suppressor, but because I wanted to use the M16 for a while, which I'm not a big fan of silenced anymore, I ran with the reflex sight. The irons on most of the guns are fine, so you really don't need sights, but I haven't used a reflex or a red dot, really, any sight since maybe my first or second prestige. I just decided to get good with the irons on all the guns, and I succeeded, but you know, I'm going to go back to using a sight just to change it up. Since I'm sticking with the assault rifles the entire way, I decided I would go ahead and change weapons every 300 kills. You can use 1 weapon straight through the entire prestige until you max its challenges, or at least its kills challenge, probably not its headshots. You get plenty of experience for maxing it, but I do 300 every assault rifle just to keep things a little more exciting, and you know, by 300 and all, you're still in the same weapon class, so you still get assault rifle kills on your prestige, which is good. Once I get my Warlord going, I usually get Ghost, because I'm a Ghost player, and in my defense, I usually run around a little bit. Unless I'm using the M16, then I'm a quote-unquote dark corner camper who's just picking up kills. Which somebody actually messaged me. He sent me a message that said, "You win because you camp," after I went like 24-2. I might upload that game later just for kicks. I, of course, replied with a smile that, well, you just lose. He replied, you know, camping makes you a noob. I replied, so by your definition, camping makes me a winner, and okay, basically the logic I put to him was, so camping makes me a noob, and I only win because I camp, so I only win because I'm a noob? I don't know, whatever, it's formal logic, we really don't need it, but anyway. Once I get my Warlord going on my Ghost, next thing up is I just go for an equipment, usually Claymore or Motion, whichever you prefer. I like to start with Motion because it's better on the M16, which I obsess over. I never should have lost to that guy. The M16, which I obsess over a little bit. So, you know, I get that going, and from there I start building up my challenges to get some extra experience and a little extra money early on. Start doing as many contracts as I can. You know, the usual score. Then, oh, this is sweet. Yeah. $2,100 kill. See, I didn't know RC cars actually contributed to your equipment kills on Hacker, but, you know, whatever. So yeah, once I get an equipment and an M16, or, you know, my preferred weapon class, and start decking it out, I stick with the law secondaries. I'm usually trying to get Ghost Pro, which is more and more painful to get. So then I get the equipment, you know, after the equipment, I usually get the kill streaks I want. I usually run spy plane, counter spy plane, and the same third over and over. Maybe it changes. Just usually I change my kill streak to pick up the challenges that day, like Valkyrie kills, attack helicopters called, Sam turrets called, whatever. If I'm not, so the third one rotates for either any of those. failing those, it changes to usually care package. At least this procedure can be care package because I don't know, just keep it interesting for me.
Enemy spy plane above.
You know, I don't like to, I guess, work hard enough to get attack dogs. They're not that hard to get if you do it right. You know, I think the best way to do the attack dogs thing consistently, or the gunship, whatever you feel like doing, is the Blackbird. So once you're at 8, you basically get everything else you want. I go spy plane, Blackbird, and whatever. Spy plane generally helps me pick up some extra kills into the Blackbird. The Blackbird makes it really easy to get anything else. Or alternatively, if you're confident against the team you're playing, you can go Blackbird, chopper, dogs, and just go the all-pro, get tons of kills at TDM. But I haven't been doing that much because people keep shooting down my stuff anyway. So it's like, well, okay, we'll just not worry about it. Just get some puppies. Anyway, once I get my streaks where I want them, then I go ahead and purchase my special grenade of choice, usually stuns, sometimes flash. I usually want to buy all grenades anyway. And for then after my grenade, I'll probably pick up my third perk. The reason I don't worry too much about the third perk is I'm not real concerned about it. All of them are fine. I usually do hacker because the challenges on marathon suck. I don't do ninja because that encourages me to use my headset too much, and I need to be a little more aware of my surroundings because of some of the jobs I have on campus, here on campus. So, you get the idea. So, then I pick up my third perk, usually hacker, because it's a little easier to pro out than ninja, and I don't feel like proing out ninja if I'm not going to be using it that much. So that creates my classes. Then every 300 kills I unlock the next assault rifle of choice. I'm going to try to avoid the FMOS period because I get upset when everybody else uses it, so I probably shouldn't. Not upset, but I dislike to get killed by it, so I probably shouldn't use it. It's a little cheesy. I already said I'm not going to put rules on myself, so if I feel like putting the FMOS on, so be it. Yeah, that's pretty much my recommendations for how to prestige quick if you're not, you know, an all-pro player and you don't want to play 72 hours a day. Warlord for 2 attachments, so you get the bonuses of both attachments. Stick to those attachments so you max out the challenges. Stick to at least one weapon class, or one weapon, whichever. But never change weapons until you've at least completed a challenge for that weapon. Rotate your third kill streak to the contracts you can fulfill for experience. Try to take contracts with experience for the really easy ones so you can get total contracts completed. Or the low kill streaks because you'll always get them consistently and they still give you points and they usually help out your team a lot. Also, the secondary of choice should always be the rocket launcher, the Strela. Use the lot first if you want. So you're usually a stronger... If you're Ghost Pro, you're a better player if you have a secondary that kills, but Shinigami Air Support gives you a ton of experience, and unless you use the same secondary the entire way, you're not going to fulfill all the contracts with your secondary weapons if you're truly treating them like secondaries. So just go ahead and get your launcher secondary. Launcher secondary gets you tons of experience. Oh, and also probably my least favorite thing about every new prestige ever is you don't get the freaking Strela until you're level 30, I think, which it's a real pain. You know, I'd like to shoot down air support at low levels to help my team, but I can't because I don't get to level 30. This is on theater mode, so it's the best care package ever because it care package in a napalm into the game-winning napalm. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. In the next video I upload, we'll post a superior score to this one. This was just to talk a little bit about my new prestiging game, which I'll probably do a part 2 of in my next video. Alright, guys, thanks.